Okay, I've been working on this thing. I think it's a Vox. I thought about converting it over to a 12-string guitar, but sometimes our hopes and dreams in life, they seem to fail. And, you know, you're kind of let down. And that's kind of exactly what's happened to me on this guitar. Okay, so like I was saying, my hopes and my dreams have been shattered on this guitar. One of the problems is on the stop bar that's already on here, you can see, you know, with some of the other ones that I've got laying around, it's a slightly different size. So I'm unable to get another stop bar on here. So the other option would be drill 6 more holes through the back of this. Okay, I'm not going to do it. It's not worth my time and my effort to try to make a 12-string out of it. It would have been fun, but no, we're not going to do it. And one thing that I did do, though, believe it or not, I changed the pickups underneath this. It actually had, these gold pickups were in here. And it always bugged me that you could see 3 of the pole pieces there. And so I got some double slug pickups. And this one, it's a little offset. It needs an adjustment still. But it turned out better. I'm just trying to put things back together and make them look as original as possible. And trying to make something out of nothing. There is some other gold hardware in here. You know, and this is gold hardware and stuff. I'm just trying to make something nice out of this. On a budget, you know, a budget build. And I thought getting these things out is probably a good idea, because they didn't sound good anyhow. So this to me is a better look. So I think at this point I'm ready to just put the strings on it, and then I have to wire up the pickups. Today's string choice. So I am going to throw a set of Ernie Ball regular slinky on this. Now scale length, let's take a look at this scale length. 24 3/4, yeah, Gibson scale length. So I like 10 gauge strings on the Gibson scale length. If it was a Fender scale length, I know I've told you guys this a million times. Fender scale length, I like 9s. Gibson, go ahead and throw 10s on it. So we're just kind of hoping for the best on this guy. This is an old Japanese guitar. Some guys have told me they think it's a Vox, but I don't know if Vox was made in Japan. It does have a tag on the back here that says made in Japan. So my pickup height is okay. This is all out of adjustment right now. But, you know, it's kind of one of these guitars. It is what it is kind of guitar. I hate that expression, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, this is the G string, and it is a 17 gauge. You know, funny story about this guitar. A customer brought this into me probably about 3 years ago. First time I saw this guitar. And he's a good customer. He's been in a bunch of times. He's bought and sold, and we've done a lot of transactions. We've done a lot of things. And he brought this guitar in and he sold it to me. And he was the one that, I think, was the one that put these gold pickups in there underneath these big giant pickups, you know, pickup rings and all this. These things are huge in this direction. But anyhow, he sold me this guitar, and it laid around in my shop for about a year. And I finally kind of wholesaled it out of there, where I kind of gave up on it. And I gave it to somebody for most likely what I had into it, just trying to get my money back. And it was gone. I finally sold it, and it was gone. And then, another great customer that I have, he brought it back in, and he goes, "Hey, look what I found up here at this pawn shop a couple miles up the street." And I'm like, "Oh no, I can't believe you bought that thing. I used to have that thing, and it was in my store." And he's like, "It was? Oh, wow." And then a few months later, he's like, "Will you buy it back from me?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to, but I guess I will. You're a good guy. What the heck?" So I bought it back. So this guitar has been in my store now twice. And the same guitars, they keep kind of going around and around, and some guitars just can't seem to find a nice home. And this is one of those guitars. So it's kind of sad that this poor thing can't find a nice home. But hopefully after I get it done this time, maybe I can find this sucker a home, right? That's my goal.
Who are you?
I'm the official sentry of the island of Misfit toys.
Yeah, so some Misfit guitars, they just have a hard time finding a good home. And this is one of them. I think part of the problem is it's an older Japanese bolt-on neck. But I think the bigger problem is that this headstock is so big and weird that it's just kind of a very undesirable looking headstock. If it had about, if you could take an inch or so off of this and reshape it, but I can't do that kind of stuff. But just a really weird, super long, I think it was intended to be a 12 string, I really do. And I wish I could have made it one, but I'm not going to invest a bunch of money into it. If one of you guys that are watching this video, that sounds like something fun for you, I'm going to buy a bridge piece or have one made, and I'm going to then put a new nut on it and add 6 more tuners. You know, you could make a 12 string out of it, but I'm not going to. I had dreams, I had hopes, but they fell apart. I will say this about the headstock. It's got plenty of room for your tuner up here. Actually, there's enough room for 2 of them. Stereo snarks. Oh, look at this. Sometimes they don't always want to work. Ready, stereo snarks. Just down a bit. Yeah, so getting crazy. Getting crazy is not always your best idea. But yeah, because I chipped a little bit of wood right there. But I'll take my black furniture marker and I'll just kind of hit it like that and kind of disguise it. So it's not always a great idea to get your buffer out on something old and vintage like this. Let me just plug this thing in and we'll give it a listen now. Because she's a fun guitar. Somebody might love this thing. You just never know. It just needs a home. I feel like a matchmaker right now. Somebody to take her home and love her. Really thin neck profile on it. This guitar could sing, and some of you guitar players, you guys are good enough, you can make your guitar sing. But if this guitar could sing, it would be find me somebody to love, find me somebody to love. This guitar needs your love. Come on now, boys. Let's find a perfect match for her. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody have a great day. Go buy a guitar.